Alright, so tomorrow the special tournament between the biggest of biggest whales in the game is going to happen. And I wanted to make a video on the teams that these players will probably be using. The way the tournament works, and I like this art here. They have, obviously Ascanor, they have some character arts that we know, like, Blue Zeldris. This day, I don't remember exactly which day it is, but I know this art. But they have some, like, this is Tarosa, I have no idea where this is from. Nor does Meliodas. It'd be cool art for Meliodas in the Estarossa right there. New characters. Because we can use some new, intro animation characters. We got Ascanor. We could easily get intro animation for any character, dude. They all have their own moments, you know what I mean? In any case, the way this tournament works is very interesting, where the participants, they get to pick 5 teams, but they cannot repeat units within those teams. So for example, if I was to pick, just an example, Demon King Mali for my Demon team, I could not use him on my Sin team. I would have to pick a different character to substitute him, even though he is the best option for that team. You'd have to make those kind of sacrifices. Very interesting tournament. And I'm not participating, of course, because it is between the biggest of biggest whales. I am not one of those. You might be shocked to know that, but I only really spend money to get the units, and that's really it. My box CC is only 16.4 million, which you might also say, that's quite a lot. And then you go on the leaderboards. Which one is this one? No, this is it's this one. Yeah, I'm not even on top of my guild, by the way. Like, this is my guild. 19 million bucks CC. 18.8. I'm not even like, I'm top 0.2, not even top 0.1 of box AC. I just really don't care to spend money on stuff like that. I just want to get the content out. But I wanted to make a video on the possible teams these players are going to be using. Starting off with Demons. Now this team, you could build differently so that you actually wouldn't have to use Demon King Mali. I made an example of Demon King Mali because it is probably the best example there is. This guy is highly competitive for 2 very specific teams, Sins and Demons, which are the 2 best teams in the game. Okay, no, the 2 best teams are Sins and Humans. My mistake. But Ascanor is competitive for Sins and Humans too. Like, there's a lot of sacrifices you have to make in this. But I think it's better off having in here than what the alternative would be, which would be probably Assault Melee. That would be the only alternative I would think, other than DK Melee, to be in this team. And you'd still want to run Demons. You'd still want to use Galda to her full potential. So this is our first team. Let's just do like a quick rundown here of it. Also, back unit, as you saw, was Liz. Back unit can actually be quite a few options. It could have been Kusok. It could have been Nanashi or Liz here. I went with Liz because Kusok is a little outdated and you can't lower Ascanor. Now here's the rotation I like. You do DK, and then you do Melee, and then you do Galda, because then Galda does this. Absurd damage. But, it is also doable to go DK, and then Galda, and then Melee, so that Melee gets the stacks. I still think going with Galda at the end for maximum damage is like what I prefer, but we'll see what they do in the tournament. Might be different, right? Yeah, for the back units, right? Nanashi, I'm gonna be using on the unknown team, which I'll be using next. So I wouldn't want to run him right here. Should I just do this? Just triple Galda card? I think so. Yeah. Galda is Galda is Galda. But keep in mind, like, the damage she did in the beginning is highly, enhanced by Melee. And with Liz, you actually have a competitive chance at going first. If you go in with Kusok, going first is going to be very hard because the CC kind of sucks. But Liz has really good CC as well. So you have that hope. I guess if you're going to use like Assault Melee, instead of DK melee, then you could use Kusok, because then you wouldn't care about going first anyways, because your CC sucks already. But yeah, this is the first team that I think is competitive, and I think it's most likely everyone's going to be running. Next team, by the way the tournament works, I don't believe there's like an order of teams. I think you can just pick, you know, at random, like, okay, I'm going to go with this team, and you don't know what the enemy is going to be running. Because that's how they did back when I participated on the YouTuber tournament. We had no idea what our enemy was going to be running, or we thought we did, whatever. Second team, I think it's plausible, is an unknown team. Now, there's not much variation to this. Unfortunately, unknowns are in quite a tricky situation in the current meta, where Escanor is just so unbelievably dominant, and he just obliterates Vittoria. Vittoria was amazingly strong, but she just can't compete with Escanor. But, you know, only one team can have Escanor. So, against all the other teams, Unknown is actually very, very strong. So, you know, if you don't face Escanor, Unknown is really, really good. So this is a very strong team. And here's where my Nanashi is instead of supporting Gelda. Which, the demon team with Nanashi is, you know, an odd combo, but because okay, Escanor is going to be a tricky match, but, you know, we'll see what we can do. Humans too? We'll see what we can do. Yeah, I'm a little nervous. Escanor. If this is a real player, Escanor is going to be... it's going to be tricky. It might not be, because he just used an Arthur card. Yeah, Vittoria was unbelievably strong, but then Escanor just kind of ruined it for her, because he's just so much better. Let's do something like this. I'm going to save the Vittoria cards. And if you kind of missed out on Vittoria because you came in for the anniversary, the way she works is... she does so much. Dude, recent characters do so much. It's like listing down what she does is going to take me more than the actual match. But essentially, whenever an ally crits, she gets a stack of this feather or whatever. And once she has 3 stacks, at the following turn, she gets a new buff that gives her a ton of stuff. All in the realm of damage. She increases her damage exponentially with, I believe it's just straight up damage increase, but also like a bunch of attack stuff. Actually, if I can see here. Yeah, 50% crit damage, 50% crit chance, and 250 pierce? Should I have damage increase? I don't know. Let's do this. Lower his crit defense first, and then the AoE should kill. Yep. I couldn't finish what I was talking about, so I thought I would just do one more. At the beginning of the battle as well, she gives all allies this crit defense buff of 60%. So it protects the allies quite good, because like you need a turn to build her, right? That's the thing. And because of that, actually I don't even care about tier. No! Bruh. She allows the extra turn that you need for her to get that buff for the big damage, because Purgatory Melee. Okay. Because as much as she herself, I can't AoE. Okay, I just need to crit 3 times, so I can do this. Maria's gonna get the buff, but I don't care. Crit once! You're trolling, dude. You are trolling. I'm not gonna get the buff because I didn't get the 3. Because you need the extra turn. And because unknowns don't really have the most CC, having this extra crit defense buff is really, really great for you to survive, right? I can't AoE. If I had the buff, I would, because I'll be sure that I would just kill, but I just need one crit here. Okay, perfect. Alright, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. If DK attacks, I think the counter will kill. Oh, they only have one buff. Or sorry, I have 0 buffs from anything other than the Nasha here. Well, technically, I'm gonna have 1 buff. Once he attacks me, I believe I get the buff first. I don't? Okay, I don't. I thought I got the buff first and then I countered? Is it? Damn, he healed. He full healed. Okay. Now it's chill. So we can do this. Boom. Boom. Yeah, if someone survives. Yeah. She needs time. And that's the problem. Because she needs time, she gets crushed by Escanor. But yeah. Only wanted to like harp in. Huh. Why she's good? Because I know a lot of people came back for anniversary and probably don't actually know what she does. Next up we have humans, and humans is a wild one. Because there's so much variation that you can do with this team. It's crazy. So I went with a Naofumi based human team here, and we got Percival as well, which is, you know, just all around great. He's going to be giving us an extra 30% defense related stats. So our Naofumi here is getting the defense from Hawk and Oslo. And there's no food in this tournament as far as I know. I'm just using it to level up my playing field because I'm playing normal and everyone else is going to be using food. This team is quite good, but there's humans. I would be surprised if anyone is using like the same team as someone else in the tournament, because humans, you can go Yuri, you can go I mean, you could use Escanor, but I'm assuming everyone's gonna be using Escanor on Sins. You can use Bon. I mean, I'm using a defense version of the team, like defense Naofumi based version, but this is like a team that not even most people are running on humans. You know, obviously because Escanor is just way better. But I'm talking like before Escanor, when you had Naofumi, but you didn't have Escanor for the human team. And I mean, I think this team is really good. I wouldn't... if I was to make a different human team that was in defense, I would probably go Yuri instead of Naofumi. Or maybe Yuri instead of Percival. And then I don't know who they'll use in the back, because I already used Liz, but... yeah, I think this team is quite good. Let's pop this. I'm gonna do something like this. You don't have Tarmalink, do you? You do not, but you have Mon Speed, so I... okay. Arthur already combined once, so I can actually do this. Mon Speed Commandment. I was hoping to get some more stance cards for now for me to like make him go crazy this match, but it's whatever. This team is ultra tanky because you have Naofumi and Percival. I don't know if I ever run this team in a video before, but it is very nice. Let's pop this. I mean, I'm just gonna go full Arthur here, but I really wanted to go full Naofumi and just make him go crazy. My cards don't allow me. And Arthur, I mean, maybe next turn we can, if we get another stance. And we get a... if we get lucky, we get like a level 2 stance to combine here. Yeah, we got level 1 stance. Yeah. Oh well. Naofumi is very... it's gonna be a little iffy, because if you get bad card RNG, it is what it is, right? But... you're not gonna see him go crazy if you get bad card RNG. He didn't die, that's nice. Or did he? Did he revive right there? I couldn't see properly. Let's see what he can do here, just level 1 stance. Level 1 stance versus level 2 stance is like humongous difference, by the way. Let's see. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Level 1 stance. Level 2 stance, he would have done like 3 million. Like, yeah. So the fourth team I have here is a Sins team. And like I said, what we could do is not use Melly in the original Demon team, but then use him here. But I think Sins is good enough with just Ascanor. I've been saying it, and I don't think I want to back out from saying that. Ascanor is the best PP character in the game. There's a reason why so many things were phased out that don't use him. Like if you are using a team that doesn't have Ascanor, your team is not meta. It's just how it's been. Like, the game is like that right now. It is what it is. That's just how good he is. So, you know, the two best teams in the game are Sins and Humans for a reason. Because he's in them. So, the only better... I genuinely can't think of another option other than King. Genuinely, like... You look at Sins, and... What's that? It's a third one right here, right? I mean, I guess we could run a different Meliodas. I could use Bond. Yeah, I guess we could use Bond, but I think King is best because what you're really looking for is that, for one, if you don't manage to go first, that shield could be clutch. But for two, the shield, if you do go first, is crazy, right? The damage increase by the factor of just having the shield giving you basic stats should be enough for Ascanor to just go goblin mode on them, if you pardon my French. Just go goblin mode, rank up Ascanor, let him be. That's really it. Like, there's not much else to it. I guess we could do like a thing where we do a turn, or the first turn at the very least, where we get like Galfer his You're trolling. You give Galfer like his passive, his rank up or whatever, but I don't care for that. In the first turn, the battle is already decided. The battle might have already been decided. I lost because I didn't kill the Ascanor, by the way. So, I think we should be fine. Yeah. Can't believe you didn't kill, man. Give me Ascanor cards, please, please, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, game, thank you. True attack really stab buffs. Could have been real bad. This could have been real bad. We pulled through. Yeah. Could have been real bad. Just gone for the kill on Ascanor, but usually, I guess I'm okay. I'm used to using him with Demon King Melee. That clouded my judgment. That's my bad. But like, he usually, the aftermath of the single target will kill someone. That's how it happens if you use Demon King Melee, because the defense with his stat lower is so powerful that that's just what happens, right? But because I'm using Melee, and I'm not using Melee, I'm using King, which is just inferior, then that happens. But yeah, Sins is it's gonna be the main team for everyone. All right, last but least, Goddess team. This is genuinely the only, by the process of elimination, the only last runnable team in the game for a high, skill, not skill, but high difficulty tournament like this. The Goddess team sucks, let's be honest, but again, by the process of eliminating every other good character in the game, like, we just used pretty much every good character in the game right now. This is the only thing we have left is just Goddesses. This team will probably be everyone's loss. I'm just putting this down. We're not using Tristan, we're using Elat because Tristan sucks in the current meta. The thing is, goddesses have shifted. With Mael's Holy Relic, you want damage. And Elat is providing damage. Not only that, but you need damage. You don't just want damage, you need it. If you don't have damage, and you just have tankiness, that's not enough. That's not gonna win you the match. It's just how the game has changed and is at the moment. Let's just triple attack here because we want to get Mael up. I should have... My order of cards here is garbage. I should have done Mael last, but whatever. Mael wants to do the most damage possible. And, I mean, so does Liz, really. You need to build them up. Like, goddesses... I have ranted about goddesses so much, I'll refuse to do it again. But I'll do the quick summary of it. Margaret needs to go. She does not synergize well with the team. She isn't a bad unit though. Like, the thing is, she's a good unit. She just doesn't synergize with the team very well because both Liz and Mael don't want, you know, to keep popping blue cards like Margaret wants. Margaret wants things that the other units don't want. I think I lost, by the way. Margaret wants blue cards, stances, so that the basic stats of her passive go up, right? That's just how the character works. Oh, before you even begin to think, to say, oh, you should use Liz to remove the stance. I couldn't, she had 3 stacks, alright? Liz's terrible design makes it so she needs to attack first and then get a stack. Not the opposite. If it was the opposite, I would have done that. Goddesses, goddesses, goddesses. What went wrong? Margaret's LR. That's what went wrong. She wants stances, she wants buff cards, but Liz and Mael want attack cards. They want everyone to pop as many attack cards as possible so that they get stacks. But guess what? Stinky Margaret doesn't want that. She's incomplete. Like, contrary to the whole rest of the team. Now Liz suffers, and so does Mael, because of that. Alright, should I just leave? There's no winning. Like, I can't win against a human team. It's physically impossible. Goddesses suck. So yeah, Goddess is gonna be everyone's like lose card, but there's no one else. Like, there's no other team. The thing is, the meta is very strict. I wanted to go over before we end. Where is the tab? I opened a different tab. I'm stupid. Oh my god. This was last year, so you will see that everyone actually had very runnable teams. I'm not gonna go everyone, but like, so let's go with this guy, right? From Eves here. He had, you know, a Sins team. Let's say it again. A Sins team, right? With Lost Vein and the one Ultimate. And he had a Demon team with Purgatory Melee. Then he had this like, so I don't think this is runnable anymore by that. This is why I didn't include. I didn't include any Liz or Fraudrin teams, even though Fraudrin is meta. In the current, like regular play, you know, Fraudrin's meta. But against really good players, it doesn't work, right? Against average players that you see every day, or bots, Fraudrin and Liz are phenomenal. Against, you know, high tier players, it's not going to work. In this way, it did work because of the team. Back then, Ghislaine was very powerful, and it could make it work, but not anymore. Then we have whatever this is. There was an Ultra Rush team with Mael, and then this. Funnily enough, every one of these teams, I would say, were competitive back then. But like now, and then they're like different teams as well. Like this is a completely different Sins team. What even is this, right? I don't remember who won. Again, Liz, but with completely different teams. Completely different. And this was a year ago. This was 11 months ago. So it's going to be a year by the time tournament actually happens. the game, and I think this is the fault of UR festivals, by the way, has shifted towards being extremely like tight on the meta, and it's. I would be surprised if anyone's running different teams than what I'm running here. So, yeah, that's about it. I don't know how to end this.